the greatest comeback in sports history, was also the biggest disaster imaginable, because the Hawk doesn't look like a normal golf comedy at all. This feels like if Talladega Nights and Happy Gilmore had a completely unhinged child. And honestly, I was not expecting this trailer to be this chaotic. The series follows Lonnie Hawkins, a washed-up former golf legend trying to make one last comeback to the PGA Tour. But from the very first scene, you can already tell this guy is absolutely insane. Everything about him feels stuck in the past. The confidence, the ego, the attitude. Meanwhile, the world around him has clearly moved on without him. And that's exactly what makes the trailer so funny already. 1 second Lonnie is giving dramatic motivational speeches like he's some legendary sports icon. And the next second he's screaming at golf bunkers like they personally ruined his life. Bunkers. I hate bunkers. Honestly, that line alone already sold me on this show. What makes the trailer work so well is that it fully commits to the absurd comedy. Nobody in this world behaves normally. There's awkward tension everywhere, weird emotional moments, completely unfiltered dialogue, and pure chaos almost every scene. And of course, Will Ferrell looks absolutely perfect for this role, because nobody plays overly confident losers better than him. The funniest part is that Lonnie genuinely believes he's still one of the greatest golfers alive, even while everything around him is falling apart. At one point, he literally says, "I'm a professional golfer. Look at my face." And honestly, his face somehow makes the situation even funnier. But underneath all the ridiculous jokes, the trailer also hints at something surprisingly emotional. This doesn't just feel like a comedy about golf. It feels like a story about aging, failure, ego, and trying to stay relevant after your glory days are over. And that's probably why the trailer works so well. Because deep down, Lonnie Hawkins is kind of tragic. He refuses to accept that his best years might already be behind him. But instead of dealing with reality like a normal person, he decides to launch the most chaotic comeback attempt possible. The trailer also perfectly captures that awkward sports comedy energy, where every serious moment immediately collapses into complete stupidity. 1 second the music feels inspirational, then suddenly someone's yelling about a boner in the middle of a golf conversation. And somehow it actually works, visually. The show also has that clean modern sports comedy style. Bright golf courses, dramatic slow-motion shots, overly emotional speeches, and completely embarrassing meltdowns seconds later. Honestly, this might end up being one of the funniest comedy series of the year if the writing stays this unhinged throughout the full show. Because the Hawk clearly understands something very important about comedy. The funniest characters are usually the people who take themselves way too seriously. And Lonnie Hawkins might be one of the most delusional sports characters we've seen in years. Overall, the Hawk already looks like the perfect mix of sports, comedy, midlife crisis chaos, and classic Will Ferrell insanity. And honestly, watching a completely broken golf legend try to bully his way back onto the PGA Tour sounds way more entertaining than it probably should. And if you enjoyed this review and want to see more movie and series breakdowns like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video.